Imagine this for a moment. You're retired, your income is steady, and nothing in your life has changed. Your routine is the same, your doctors are the same, and your coverage hasn't been touched. And yet, one day you notice your Medicare premiums suddenly jumped, sometimes by hundreds of dollars a month. The deduction from your Social Security check is larger than before, and it catches your attention immediately. You didn't get a raise, you didn't change plans, and you didn't make a mistake. There was no letter explaining it clearly, and no warning ahead of time. So why is Medicare charging you more years after retirement? The answer is a Medicare rule most retirees don't learn about until it quietly affects their income. For many people, this moment creates confusion and concern. It often leads retirees to wonder if something went wrong or if they missed an important notice. This is Money Hook. This channel exists for one simple reason. I am here to inform you about the upcoming problems retirees face before they turn into financial stress and frustration. Many people only learn these lessons after the money is already gone, and by then the options are limited. I explain these things the same way I would explain them to my own family members, calmly, clearly, and without confusion. No complicated language, no pressure, and no scare tactics. This isn't about fear or politics. It is about understanding how Medicare really works, so there are no surprises later and no feelings of being blindsided. The goal is clarity, not anxiety. When you understand what's coming, you're in a much better position to prepare. Most retirees believe Medicare looks at their current income to decide what they pay. That belief feels logical, especially since most programs work that way. If your income goes down, you expect your costs to go down as well. But with Medicare, that's not how it works. Medicare does not look at what you earn today or what your income looks like right now. It looks at what you earned 2 years ago, even if your situation has completely changed since then. That delay is what causes confusion and frustration for so many retirees. And that gap between past income and current reality is where the trouble starts. Many retirees aren't told about this timing difference when they first enroll. As a result, the increase feels sudden and unfair. The rule responsible for this surprise is called IRMAA, which stands for Income-Related Monthly Adjustment Amount. The name alone makes it sound complicated, but the idea behind it is actually very simple. If Medicare decides your income was too high, it adds extra charges to your Medicare Part B and Part D premiums. These charges are added on top of the standard premiums most people expect to pay. They are automatic, meaning you don't approve them and you don't opt into them. There is no warning, phone call, or clear explanation in advance. They are quietly deducted from your Social Security, often before retirees even realize what happened. Many people only notice when their deposit amount changes. By then, the adjustment is already in place. This is where retirees get blindsided. Let's say you sold a property, took a large IRA withdrawal, or realized investment gains in a single year. At the time, that decision may have made perfect sense, especially for covering expenses or adjusting your retirement plan. That income may be gone today and no longer part of your life. But Medicare will still use it 2 years later to raise your premiums, even though your current income is normal or even lower. Medicare acts as if you are still earning more. That's why so many retirees say this doesn't make sense and that they don't feel wealthy enough to justify higher costs. The timing disconnect is what causes the frustration. It feels like being charged for a situation that no longer exists. For many retirees, this rule can raise Medicare costs by thousands of dollars per year. The increases don't always feel dramatic at first, but they add up quickly over time. Standard premiums suddenly jump higher than expected, and prescription drug premiums often get additional surcharges as well. These costs are spread out monthly, which makes them harder to notice immediately. Everything happens quietly through deductions rather than bills you can review. By the time you fully realize what's going on, the money has already been taken month after month. Over several years, the total impact can be significant. This is why long-term awareness matters so much. This rule feels especially frustrating because the income is old, the money may already be spent, and the charges feel unavoidable. Retirees often feel like they're being punished for a decision they made years ago. Many say that if they had known this rule existed, they would have handled their income differently. They would have planned withdrawals more carefully or spread income out over time. That feeling of regret is common, and it's understandable. That is exactly why Money Hook exists, to help retirees learn these things before they turn into expensive lessons. Information shared early can prevent long-term frustration. Awareness creates options that regret never does. Here's the good news. This rule doesn't have to control you forever. Retirees who avoid this surprise plan large withdrawals carefully and think ahead about how income is reported. Many spread income over multiple years instead of taking it all at once. Others pay close attention to Medicare notices and understand when something doesn't look right. Some retirees are even able to appeal when income drops due to retirement or major life changes. Knowing about this rule ahead of time doesn't eliminate Medicare costs, but it does eliminate the shock and the confusion. Preparation brings peace of mind, and peace of mind is incredibly valuable in retirement. This is why Medicare is not a set-it-and-forget-it program. Many retirees assume, once they enroll, everything stays the same. But that simply isn't true. Medicare rules, premiums, and income thresholds change regularly. Even years after retirement, decisions from the past can quietly affect your future. Small choices can have long-lasting effects if you don't know what to watch for. On Money Hook, my goal is to make sure you hear about these things before they happen, not after the damage is done. Staying informed is a form of protection. It helps retirees feel more in control of their finances. If this helped you understand what's really going on, tap like so more retirees can see this information in time. A simple like helps this video reach people who may be dealing with the same confusion right now. Comment below and tell me if you were aware that Medicare looks at income from years ago. Your experience may help someone else avoid a costly surprise. And subscribe to Money Hook, because this channel exists to warn you about retirement problems the same way I would warn my own family. I'll see you in the next one. Staying connected means staying informed, and informed retirees are far less likely to be caught off guard.